Racist man spits in infant's face, says whites shouldn't breed. Hate crimes against races and genders are becoming more frequent, and the rates of aggression are increasing at a scary level. Layla-Jean was barely 9 months old when she was attacked in a park for nothing more than the color of her skin. Her mother, the 25-year-old Rebecca Telford, was pushing the little girl in a stroller in South Shields, England, on a regular park stroll when the mother encountered the man who would attack her defenseless baby. According to the Shields Gazette report, Rizaz Abdullah, a 33-year-old man, approached the mother and child in what the court has confirmed to be an unprovoked incident. The mother and child were having their calm walk before they were attacked by an aggressive man who would leave Rebecca and her child more terrified than ever. The ruthless racist headed straight to the mother, leaned into the baby's stroller and sprayed his spit all over Layla's face, covering the little girl in his disgusting saliva. He leant into the pushchair and spat into the face of her daughter, prosecutor Emma Dowling told the court. As he did so, he shouted or said, "White people shouldn't breed," then walked off. The Newcastle Crown Court heard that Telford even tried to confront Abdullah when he walked away from her baby's stroller, but instead of replying like a sane and decent human being, he just aggressively yelled at her to shut the F up, according to the Daily Mail report. An eyewitness who happened to be having a walk at the same park saw the incident and came to comfort the shocked mother. She then gave the mother a tissue to clean her baby's face of the gross saliva it was covered in. Telford attempted to take a picture of Abdullah as he fled to help with her police report, but she was too distraught over what had happened and wasn't able to get a shot of the racist bigot. Apparently, such incidents weren't a first in Abdullah's life. He had 2 prior convictions for racial and sexist hate crimes against white women. He has since been found guilty of racially aggravated common assault for his attack on Layla. However, even though the judge acknowledged Abdullah's repeated racial attacks and the gravity of the situation, he hasn't sentenced him to any jail time and let the extremist man walk free. There is something viscerally horrible and disgusting about spitting at someone, particularly in the face, and to do so to a baby was particularly disgusting, let alone to make things even worse when your motivation for doing so is racial hatred, recorder Darren Preston told Abdullah. "You have got a problem, it seems to me, with white women." The judge only sentenced Abdullah to 8 months in prison with an 18-month suspended sentence, which means that the man would serve no time behind bars at all. The only thing the judge required was for Abdullah to undergo a rehabilitation program and mental health treatment, a program he had already been attending before the attack, as defendant Vic Laffey later confirmed. This suggests he was ill or becoming ill at the time this offense was committed, Laffey said. He is clearly vulnerable himself. He has significant support from his family and is making progress. Naturally, Telford was extremely upset to find out that her assaulter, Abdullah, was allowed to walk out of the courtroom with no prison time to spend. The mother even questioned whether the punishment would be so light had the races been reversed. "It was horrifying. I am glad he has been brought to justice, but I think he has got off lightly," Telford said. "I am not racist at all, but I honestly think if it was the other way round and I had been abusive towards him, then I would have been treated differently." Even though the baby Layla, whom Abdullah terrified with his assault, was not even a year old at the time of the attack, Telford said that her daughter was very distressed by the incident. Luckily, medical tests concluded that the infant didn't contract any serious diseases or infections from the assault. "I phoned the doctor and I was told that Layla-Jean might need to have a BCG injection in case she had contracted TB, Telford added. "Normally kids don't get vaccinated until they are much older, and it would have been a lot for her to go through. Luckily, it wasn't necessary in the end, but it put me through a lot of worry and stress." Although Telford was only an innocent victim in the attack, she felt the need to defend herself and convince people that she was not racist, just because of Abdullah's minority status. The disappointed mother expressed that the community is really multicultural and that she has never come across any behavior like this before. Everyone around her was very respectful and kind. Her community was a safe place to be until it was not. She now worries about her daughter growing up in such an environment where she could be subject to aggressions like these later on in life. I believe he spat on her purely because we are white. I was a lone female and an easy target, she said. Rizaz Abdullah now receives antipsychotic and psychological treatment. His lawyer claims that Abdullah's mental health began to deteriorate in the months before the attack. He was also hospitalized for schizophrenia a year earlier. Rebecca Telford still doesn't feel she has received justice for her daughter. Instead, the courts keep letting Abdullah walk free, ensuring that he continues his racial attacks against vulnerable and unprotected white females and their children. What was a safe place for families and children to walk at ease in was now disrupted by racist individuals who can attack at any moment. We hope Abdullah gets better and never harms any individual, be it a woman or a man. Even though Rebecca hasn't gotten the justice she wanted, we hope that she doesn't face any similar attacks in the future.